Hey, let's look at the top comments of the week, huh? All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. Onebar with Lupagus, and comments are in, and they were delicious. We're going to be going over the top comments of the week. Spoiler alert, usually we do like 7. I think I might have like 9.
Yeah, I mean, comments of the week have become one of my favorite things in the world. You know what else is one of my favorite things? One of these.
Hello!
Mango Blanc.
Lupagus pulled a fast one on me. He said he wasn't drinking any beer, and he is just whapping that thing back, and it looks delicious. Yeah, grab yourself a lip fridge and grab yourself a sub. Hit that sub button. Let's get 10,000 subs, because when we do, we're going to party your balls off. We're going to have you guys join us. Can't wait.
Cannot wait. But, to get there, we need you guys to hit that button.
I think come draft time, it's going to, free agency, it's going to get hot and heavy. We'll get to 10K before May 1st. That is my prediction. All right, maybe May 1st next year. But let's talk about some comments, huh?
You just say May 1st. It doesn't matter what year. It's May 1st.
You're right. I don't know what order these are in, so we're just going to chuck them up there. So let's see what we got. Steve MN777, Drew Sanders, total defensive stud, Pro Bowler. And the reason I put this one up there is Drew Sanders seems to be a very hot and heavy name when it comes to the comments and draft talk with the Vikings. We want that elusive linebacker. We want that athletic freak. And Drew Sanders seems like a wild card.
Yeah, he looked really damn good going through all his drills yesterday at the combine. A smooth mover for sure. Big size. Watching him on tape, he looked a little bit on the skinny side, but watching him in his shorts and his underwear,
okay,
more muscle on that frame than I expected to see. Drew Sanders, he's a guy you see going in the top 20, so I don't know if he'll even be there for the Vikings at 23, to be honest with you.
Here's the thing. Every year we see these linebackers. I mean, these guys that were surefire. I think he will be there at 23. It'll be interesting to see if they pull the trigger on him. I mean, he even openly admits that he's raw. He's all about this athleticism, and that's what we need in this defense. And Brian Flores would be licking those beautiful chops to get his hands on a Drew Sanders.
And I don't think he ran the 40 because he's hamstring knee. There was something going on with the lower extremity, I believe, on him.
Well, that could be a lot of things. I know there's a lot of stuff going on with your lower extremity.
A lot of rashes, razor burn.
That's not good. But Drew Sanders.
I had an album. It'd be called Rashes and Razor Burn. My rap album.
It should be. He will definitely be one of the names. He's right up there with the Trenton Simpsons, the Brian Branches, just these guys on defense that are going to make a day one impact, and we would all be all about it.
Yeah, he'd be a big upgrade. That's for damn sure.
All right, well, let's go. Let's go to the next one. No. All right, Alex. I go to Fair State where Caleb played. It was so amazing to watch him murder quarterbacks all year. Hope I can tell my kids I went to college with this dude. And anytime there's a Caleb Murphy comment, I'm going to put it up there because we love him more than anything. And he did his combine yesterday, 2 days ago, if you're watching this.
Okay. I mean, we probably shouldn't say that murder quarterback. That's not the best thing to say, but watch the tape.
I think we know what he means.
He kind of did. Yeah, so Caleb Murphy. We love Caleb Murphy more than anything in the world. We've made that very, very clear. We're very open about that, almost as open as we are about our love for Lift Bridge. We love Caleb Murphy. So I would tell my kids I went to school with him. I'm going to tell my grandkids I interviewed him. Yeah,
and his combine, I believe his best was a 4.82, 4.80. I can't remember, but the drills, he looked good. The 40 didn't blow anybody away, but he's not a bigger guy, but his drills, he looked very good. He was getting some good reviews on that. So Caleb, I want you so bad.
You know what's more important than his drills and his 40?
His 25
and a half sacks. Yeah.
I'm glad you got it right this time. Usually say 24.
I was tempted to say it. It was here. But I knew coming out it had to be a little bit higher.
And there was quite a few comments on Caleb Murphy one, but I had to pick that one because he went to school with him. Next comment, TBass. You just had to say the word swagger at the end. Swagger has never knocked anyone on their ass, not once. And this one was on the top 4 players that have been projected to the Vikings. And we're talking, I can't remember the exact 4. But this one stuck out to me because if you don't think swagger has anything to do, I mean, swagger equals confidence, equals just your shit don't stink. We've seen many players in this league step up their game solely due to swagger. So I couldn't disagree with this one anymore.
Did he go and watch like every film of everybody who's ever played? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what you know what? Maybe I'm just missing the angle on
Jared
this one.
Allen had swagger. He knocked plenty of guys on his ass.
John Randall had, I mean, some of the best players in the league had swagger. And the thing is, we were talking about the top 4 first-round players to go to the Vikings, which was JSN. I can't remember who were the other ones.
Yeah, who was the guy we were
Cam
talking
Smith?
about? Swagger. Maybe it was Cam Smith. He did have some swag.
And with a cornerback, I mean, I don't know. If I'm taking a first-round player, he better have some swagger. And I think swagger does knock players on their ass.
Yeah, I don't know. When you read that comment to me, I sensed a lot of anger, a lot of sexual frustration.
Well, I don't know about that. We love TBass. We love TBass's comments, but that one, if I got a player in round 1 that doesn't have swagger, I'm looking elsewhere.
I don't want some vanilla player who's afraid to hit. I want a guy who's going to hit somebody and then pound his chest, make a little scene.
Hell yeah. Let's get some confidence going. All right, next up, Bermuda Viking. No wide receiver first round. Trust in JJ. Don't poke the awesome bear. Again, another one that I kind of on the opposite side of things there.
How do you not say it right now? How do you not say don't poke the cocaine bear? I mean, come on, you gotta make that reference there. But
True.
You're helping JJ here. You're not poking him. This is no competition. There's no one's going to compete with Justin Jefferson. He's the best receiver in the NFL. You're just trying to give him some help. Make sure he's always going to be open. Take some coverage away from him. This is nothing but, hey, I got the best receiver in the league. I want him to be open all the time. Here's a guy who maybe can take a guy off you. That's it.
Yeah, spread that thing around. Let's get JJ open. Let's not have these double, triple teams that sometimes that we saw Justin Jefferson and just light up his stats. I think Justin Jefferson would welcome a JS and Jordan Addison, any wide receiver, to help free him up. Because as of now, considering, yes, look at that beautiful mango. Considering Adam Thielen's gone, I mean, KJ Osborne,
he's not gone
Jalen
yet.
Naylor. I said,
did something happen?
Well, he will be gone, but yeah, I think you would welcome.
And I don't think anybody is considering a first-round wide receiver being any threat to Justin Jefferson. This is the first I've actually even heard this take. So I'm a little bit surprised anybody would even go there.
Well, you know what? On the other side of things, I like the fact that he is looking out for one of our best investments.
No, yeah. I just haven't seen this angle yet, so it's something to think about for sure.
All right, next up, Robbie. I'd bet Kwesi either drafts a wide receiver at 23 or trades back to 32. So, Lupagus, what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's hard to bet what he's going to do at all. No one saw him going safety in round 1 really last year. Everybody was, thinking wide receiver, corner again. I don't think we know any idea what Kwesi can do. He's only been here 1 year. Hard to really get a feel on what he might do. I love the idea that wide receiver is a possibility, and I also feel that trading down is a real option depending on who's on the board. There's 2 different ways this could go. Number 1, you trade down because there's nobody there that you like. Or number 2, you trade on because there's 6 guys you have both the same grade on. You'll know you can move back and still get one of those guys. That's the other scenario I think you trade down in.
Well, the reason I like this comment was the fact that when it comes to wide receiver, if there's a Jordan Addison there, I mean, we know the top receivers. That could actually be the top value. So I don't think he's too far off when he says that, because when it comes to defense, we keep saying that there's no way in hell these guys are going to be there. But when you throw in the Drew Sanders, the Simpsons, all those cornerbacks, there's going to be a bunch of defenders there. Brissy, I mean, there's going to be a lot of guys there that at 23,
Elijah Cansey
back and get an absolute stud. Where the wide receiver, there's going to be a run in the early to mid 20s of wide receivers. So I fully agree on this one.
Yeah, I mean, one guy we haven't talked about much, but Kuiper had him going 25. Quentin Johnston from TCU. We might need to start doing our homework because he might be there.
Yeah, he's just one of those guys where I feel he's either going to go like in the top 12 or all of a sudden it's going to be like, holy shit, I can't believe he's there.
Well, I quit watching Justin Jefferson highlights. I assumed he wasn't going to be there for the Vikings, but I'm not going to make the mistake. I'm going to go back and watch a lot of Quentin Johnston because he is pretty damn impressive.
Just to be clear, I watched a ton of Justin Jefferson, and I was fully prepared for the awesomeness that we were going to get.
It wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, Lupagus did not think that was going to happen at all. All right, Bearcat Hampton. I don't want them to go cornerback in the first. I know it's a need, but I want them to either beef up the defensive front with a starting defensive tackle or go with an inside linebacker since Hicks and Kendricks are likely gone. I don't think we could agree with this more.
100%. I'll let you start on this one, but 100% on board with this guy.
My disclaimer is if a cornerback falls, that has no right to be there. I don't want a Cam Smith. I don't even want Cam Smith at that pick. I'm sorry. I don't want a Cam Smith. I don't want a Banks. I don't want to reach. There's too many damn cornerbacks, even in round 3, barring we don't trade back, that we can still get. But it all starts up front. Let's get some guys up front causing some damn ruckus, making our cornerbacks who may not be great yet look even better. So yes, absolutely. Do not reach for a cornerback, damn it.
No, we already have 2 young corners in Caleb Evans and Andrew Booth Jr. So we have some youth already there, guys who are prepared to make a jump up in playing time. Sounds like the Vikings want Patrick Peterson back. We'll see what happens there. If you get Duke Shelley back, you're okay at corner. You have to improve that front 7, like you just said. Whether that's a Trenton Simpson, a Brian Brissy, a Kalijah Cansey. I'm going to throw his name in there as well. That guy is a freaking beast. Drew Sanders, whoever it may be. I would rather see you try something different, upgrade the front 7. We've already tried the cornerback in round 1 early a couple times here. It's just not working for the Vikings. So improve the front 7. That's going to help. A better pass rush is definitely going to help the back end no matter who's playing cornerback there.
I will say this. The fact that they've been burned a few times at cornerback, that doesn't scare me off. Keep going. Well, keep digging.
And another thing, too, I mean, like you mentioned, if Joey Porter Jr. is there, he's going to be at the top of my want list no matter who's on the board.
Porter, Gonzalez, Witherspoon, any of those guys so happen to be there. You pounce on it. You don't think twice. You put the card in. Beautiful.
And other than that, well, the other thing too, I mean, you got to factor in this cornerback class is super deep. You look at these guys today.
Forbes. Give me some Forbes.
Well, he's like 120 pounds, soaking wet. Julius Brents. I mean, like this guy is huge, and he's just performing out of his mind in all the drills. Corey Trice, the guy we both like, he's looking pretty damn good too. You can find good corners probably in the round 5 in this draft, so you don't have to force this thing in round 1.
Yeah, no. Today just solidified how good this cornerback class is, and it's wonderful. So don't reach, but if somebody's there, take them. Also, Lupagus, you seem to have left this here last time you were here. You measured your ding dong.
Yeah, that's actually where I stopped.
All right, the Fisk family, who we always love the Fisk family comments. I agree with you on Banks. If Flores wants Banks, trade down and get him, but not at 23. And I just put this on there because we've talked about Banks so much. And I don't, if we trade down, first off, we both agree with this. I don't even have to wait for Lupagus to say anything. But I want to trade back to like 35 to 40 to get Banks. I'm sorry.
Well, have you seen, remember when you watch Unsolved Mysteries and then have like something on there like 2 weeks, like whatever mystery, then like 2 weeks later they have the update, and it'd be like update.
Yes.
So right now, update. Deontay Banks ran like a 4.35 today. Kicked ass in all the drills. He might not be there at 23. Let's just get that out there. And if you trade back, he's probably not going to be there. So
that's fine. That's
fine. What worries me with Banks, it's just the 1-year production. He's strictly a cover guy. You don't see a whole lot of other things on his film, on his highlights. It's just him knocking out, which is fine. He can do that. He can play on an island. I just rather go another route. I just didn't see a lot of pop, a lot of flair in Deontay Banks. I'd rather go a different route.
Unsolved Mysteries. I remember every Wednesday I'd watch that thing from 7 to 8 o'clock, and I'd be shitting my pants at the end of it. And the thing is, whatever scared me the week before about whatever horrifying thing was unsolved, I would always watch the next week, hoping that there was an update that they caught this guy. And it was never the update. It was always like, update. It wasn't really a ghost. And like, damn it, they still haven't caught him. I'm going to die.
Yeah. I'd always have a big glass of red Kool-Aid and grilled cheese when I watch it.
God, sounds like heaven. All right, speaking of heaven. All right, J. Christian Larson, due diligence only. When we were talking about combine meeting with Anthony Richardson, he says due diligence only. That's it. I met Walter Payton. That didn't make me a bear.
Again, he was cocaine bear, but yeah, it's true. They're gonna look at everybody. They looked at, I mean, now we're hearing things how much Kevin O'Connell likes Will Levis. They met with Jordan Addison today. They met with Joey Porter. These are all going to be reported. They're gonna meet with a lot of guys, and that's pretty much all it is. But again, with Richardson, it's a little more intriguing because of the quarterbacks right now. It feels like he's the most likely to maybe be in a range. He ain't getting in 23, but maybe a range you could trade up and not have to give up 6 years worth of draft picks to get him.
I just like the fact he met Walter Payton. That's fantastic. I love it.
But did he? Did he really?
Absolutely. No, I believe him. He met Walter Payton. He might have had a sleepover. Maybe they watched some Unsolved Mysteries. Last one. And of course, Ed Guy Rocks comes in just with the weird ass comment.
No.
Stick with Mullens for sure. This was looking at backup quarterbacks. Minshew is too busy watching Starsky and Hutch reruns, and those other clowns smell like turd cloud rolling through the skies of Marshall, Minnesota. Half-tag, lift bridge. And a big reason why I put this, not only because Ed Guy Rocks is fantastic and everything on this was true, but after we posted that video, everybody was saying Nick Mullens. We threw it out there. Even if it's not some of these guys, let us know who it is. But everybody said it's Nick Mullens. Bring him back. It makes 100% sense.
Okay, let's dissect this comment because there's a couple different things here we need to look at. Stick with Nick Mullens. Sure, yeah, 100%. I think that's going to happen. Minshew is too busy watching Starsky and Hutch reruns. Is that a bad thing?
Well, it's just, you know what? He's not watching tape. He's watching Starsky and Hutch. Starsky and Hutch knew how to party.
To me, that sounds like a positive. And those other clowns smell like a turd cloud rolling through the skies of Marshall, Minnesota.
Very specific.
Not sure what that means. Was he from Marshall originally? Is that where Ed Guy's from? I know he's in California.
You know what? That's a great question. The fact that he knows of Marshall, Minnesota, piques my interest. And my guess is it actually smells.
Is that where Trey Lance is from? Or did he go to school in Marshall?
I don't know.
I think he maybe did. And what exactly is a turd cloud?
Oh, everybody knows what a shit cloud is. And if you haven't seen it, you'll just have to wait.
I don't know what a shit. I don't know.
I think Ed Guy Rocks should start writing poetry because that was it just rolled off the tongue wonderfully.
It might actually be. It might be a lyrics to one of his songs. I bet it is.
I'm sure he's got lyrics that could even make your mother blush. But Ed Guy Rocks is right. Hey, all said and done, Nick Mullens, bring him back. Those turd clouds do stink, just like Marshall, Minnesota. So there it is. We had 9 this week. Next week we might have 15. We might just keep going. I mean, we have so many comments. It's very hard to pick, but everybody who participated, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. We always love you guys commenting. Love to hear your thoughts. Keep on dropping those hashtags. Hashtag badass. Hashtag lift bridge. We got giveaways to do. Hopefully we do them before St. Patty's Day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. And guys, remember this. People who sleep in their stomachs are more likely to dream about sex.
I do that.